with the good points, but also the negative points of platforms is that it often has security features built in that are already there, ready to go. But like we say, they're very specific, and sometimes with certain clients, I'm thinking clients in the banking industry or kind of the legal industry now, then platform constraints, should we say, around the security don't fit their requirements, and at that point you then have to take a step back and think, okay, we need to go down more of a bespoke route, whether that be to implement a more bespoke MAN platform, which is mobile application management, or within the app itself. It is all very much dependent upon the situation itself.
Security is an interesting factor actually, because security is such a big thing. When we've got devices that are being utilised across the enterprise, they're being utilised by workforces on public Wi-Fi networks, and there are certain security elements, when you talk about the banking industry in particular, whereby a platform just isn't appropriate. It's just not something that's going to be that can be utilised, but there's a place for them. It's very difficult, I think, to kind of segment it all down really, but interestingly I think there's definitely a place for both, and I think actually where enterprises would probably look to start as whether a platform is best or whether a bespoke application is best is in the consultancy stages of looking at their overall mobile strategy really, and what types of applications are going to be deployed, what roles mobile playing in the enterprise. I can see very much there's a case probably for both.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I mean, we often group developments, or deployment should we say, rather than developments of applications into the workforce into two segments really. I suppose soldier applications and maybe hero applications. So soldier application being an app that is there to serve a specific purpose. It's maybe for a single team or department. It has a specific set of functionalities with a certain integration so they can speak to a specific system, and it's often maybe even a limited shelf life, but it's there for a specific reason, versus a hero application which is there for the wider workforce. It's going to be used by everyone, very complicated, very complex. The user experience in these types of applications that are used by such a wide demographic is key, and that's very much where a bespoke development is almost always the best option, versus a soldier application which is used by a specific group of people, where you can almost forgive a poor user experience or a poor intuitive UI, and again, it's all very much specific to the situation or the enterprise in question. But that, just to give you a bit of an insight or a bit of a top line view, that's sometimes where I sit.
Yeah, I think the UI and the interface are getting better now on these platforms, but I guess that is probably, in my opinion, sometimes some of the downside, because they don't look great. And in the enterprise, I mean, we've spoke before about how important it is for user experience and user interface actually to be as good as what it is within the consumer and domestic market with apps, because at the end of the day, employees use a lot of apps, and if they're coming into the enterprise with poor experience, then they're going to have a problem with the adoption and uptake of applications, because enterprise is going to have that problem, and the users are just going to, they're not going to want to utilise it. So I think that's really important.
Yeah, definitely.